Yeah, this is your boy DJ the King, and welcome to DJ in the Afternoon. I'm here with my boy DJ Marcus Prince in the building. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Chip. Yes, sir.
What's up,
Yes,
man?
sir.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. So basically, we just gonna sit up. We just gonna chill today. Let's see what I'm gonna talk about first, man. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna talk about let me get into this lottery winning thing, man. First of all, okay, there's a guy, okay, by the name of Mike.
Congratulations.
I wish.
Congratulations to that guy,
Oh, to that guy. Oh
Mr.
yeah.
Mr. Illinois, and to DJ King for being out the
And,
hospital and being healthy
and
and safe.
thank you, man. Thank you for that, man. I'm glad to be home, man. It was hard. I couldn't even walk for a while, but I'm doing good now. Walking,
Pause.
running, jogging. Thank you. so, so look, this is guy named Michael J. I can't pronounce his last name, but his name is Michael J. And he actually hit the lotto for $1.28 billion, right? But then after tax was 500 million taken. So
That's
then
still a lot of money.
yeah, but then you got the state tax, which is another fucking $47 million. And then the total amount, that he's getting is $433.7
So
million.
basically, he got like a third of what he won.
Yeah, because it's somebody else hit the lotto as well. So I think it was like two people. So they basically had to split the money. So that it leaves both of them $217 million
Something
each,
like that.
something like that. But then that was like 500 million out of taxes. Woo!
That's some more than that. That's like 700 million.
That's see, they don't even have to rob the bank for that.
Right. And that's the gimmick. But at least you still won hundreds of millions. Hundreds of millions.
Anybody would take 217 million any day, but still, like
that's life-changing money.
1.28 billion. That's crazy.
But I already knew that they would do that kind of stuff because that's what I hear when a lot of winners win.
Yeah.
Taxes come out, whatever you owe individually in your own like assets or credit or whatever. Yeah. If you owe something, they'll take that out of there too.
But this is. Oh, go ahead.
Well, you're gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say, but isn't this kind of the biggest tax little tax scam of the year? To me, I don't know. That's a lot of money, man.
Well, they've been doing it, so it's like nothing new. It's just that the scale of how much money is a lot more, So like inflation is high, but also the amount of these so-called winnings, right? Like the little lottery amount. Mm-hmm. If the money goes up, because I remember back then, if you were to win 100 million, that shit was a lot, right? Back in the day,
it was a lot.
Maybe 200 million, 250, whatever. That was a lot. So I can maybe the inflation wasn't that high back then, right? Yeah. So maybe they take out maybe 20 million, maybe
about 20, 30 million.
Yep. So but back then you were able to afford more because it cost less, right?
Yep.
But now, exactly. So now it's like whatever you had owed, medical bills, whatever was on what's that called? What's that shit called when you leave it on collection? There you go.
Okay.
When you have thing in collection, right, and they leave it to the money will be in collection, but it won't affect you like that, but it'll still have that in the back of your when you're getting a check, like a background check or something,
Right.
Something could pop up if it's worthy of it,
Mm-hmm.
But then that money will also get deduced from it, so it could be like a deduction from what your original earnings or winnings.
Yeah, but I thought maybe usually somebody would take about 20-30 million out, out of the little tax thing, but then somebody came and told me yo, you should look this up, man. They took about 400-500 million. I was like, what? So I looked it up. Man, woo, that's a lot. That's a lot of money. You know, so I don't know. I'll
Man,
be man. I'll be hot, man. I ain't gonna lie. Even though I had 217 million, but I still be hot. I'll be
yeah.
mad,
But
man.
how much does a lottery ticket cost for that person that paid for it? What, like $10?
What? $2.
There you
So
go.
you know,
So even with that, the return is good though. You know, the
it's
return
still
you got
good.
it.
Oh yeah, it's still good. You only spent $2, so it's still good.
You want to give me 200 million, 220 million for $2? You got it. Fuck.
Right, right.
I don't
So,
even, at that moment. I'm gonna leave the country. I'm gonna live in a mansion. You know, I'm gonna get like I want to have like security, electrical fence wiring.
uh-huh,
You know, I'm gonna have like a little villa. I'm gonna have a indoor bar set up with a pool. You
uh-huh.
know, shit, I'm gonna have a pool right there in the pool, make it like a little grotto. I'll be like the Playboy Mansion. I don't give a shit. I don't
shout
give a
out to
shit.
shout out to Be Easy, man. He said, "Have a great stream, bro. Thank you, man. I
Man, be
appreciate
easy, that dude.
it. Easy, that dude.
Shout
K
out to K
Marion.
Mary.
Game on. Hey, DJ, the King, and Marcus. Hey,
Yes,
how
sir.
you doing?
Yes.
Yeah, we just chilling for the day, man. It's not gonna be that long for this is gonna be for like maybe like about an hour or something. But yeah, there's also I also want to get into this, Marcus. This is about this lady. Let me see here. It's about this lady that was arrested. No, this student that was arrested from high
Mm.
school. He was arrested in and I think it was Miami.
Shout out to Lola in the chat.
Lola's in the chat.
Real serious B.
Hold on, let me see.
That's her right.
Oh, what's up? What?
Yeah.
What's going on? Yeah, we just up here chilling. So it was about this woman, man. I'm not even gonna read the article, but it was about this woman who pretended to be a student. I think it just happened in Miami. The guy, the story is like 2011, but the guy finally came out. He wanted to talk about it or whatever. So I think he came out this year and he wanted to talk about it. But so she played the role to be a student. I guess them two end up going out. The guy's 18, and you know, uh, this woman, uh, I guess they got together, in a relationship. So she kept hounding him like, "Yo, where can I get some weed? This and that, the third." He said, "I don't smoke weed. I don't even touch weed, and all this stuff, right?" So she kept hounding him for like by weeks, months, right? So he finally was like, "Man, okay," because he loved her. He was like, "Okay, well, man, let me just go out and just get this, boom." So he get it, give it to her. So she want more, boom, 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 boom. So he go out and he get it. I guess he thought something was off, like something was fishy. And then next thing you know, the police kicked in his house, like later on, kicked in his house and arrested him. And then he figured that his girlfriend set him up. So his girlfriend ended up being a cop. Now think of this: he was 18, she was 25, right?
Damn.
So he's 18, she's 25. Now, if that was the other way around, if he was like 25 and she was like 18, that'd be all over the news. This wasn't all over the news like that.
Mm.
Hey,
Interesting.
Eric, come on up here, bro. Come on up here. Hold on.
Shout out to Von Eric. Shout out to Grizzly Bear Productions, and shout out to Knowledge and
Yes, yes,
Relationships.
Grizzly Bear, I see you, man. I can barely see with these little eyes. Okay, yo, how can I let me see? I'm gonna send you the link, bro. Eric, I'm gonna go ahead and should I just put it in the chat or how do I do it?
It's
Okay,
up to you.
yo, Eric, I'm finna send it to you on the little Instagram
Instagram.
thing, bro. Yeah, finna send it to you on Instagram, bro. Right now.
Shout out to I forgot to say this, Lola. Thank you for being in that kitchen, and washing those dishes, and making that food. It's an inside joke. I drove her crazy on another stream. That's why I was kind of
Hey,
midway trolling a little.
hey, Lola, I seen that picture. Is it the dojo? I think it was a dojo picture, the karate picture. Oh,
Mm.
there you go. There you go. There you go. What is going on?
Man,
Hold
get
on.
this guy out of here. Go back to Maryland.
What's
Man, but
up,
what
bro?
you did?
But what you did though?
But how do you know? Did you have video? Did you take pictures? Was there a receipt? There was you there.
The new fresh.
Damn. Now, hey, all we need is Asperon. Hey, and Pops. Get Pops. Yo, this guy thinks he's cursed. He has a fucking demon. That's what Pops would be saying to us.
Hey, Fox be going off. Is he be serious too? But that's a
Yo,
fucking demon. Fox be sound like he finna have a stroke.
yo, I was like, you dead. Get that medical insurance card out.
Nah, Pops, I'm playing with you, Pops, man. It's all good. Pops be cracking me up though. Pops be acting rolling.
He's on one. No, definitely on one every time.
Yes, sir. Shout out to M3. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
We see you in the building. And who else is this right here? Who is this? Oh, that's Logan. Hey, girl.
That's because of my comment earlier.
Oh, okay. Yo, Vaughn, man, I'm glad you joined, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad y'all up here, man.
I'm not.
You know, I'm
just playing. I'm just playing.
So yeah, man, about that situation, man. So she had this dude arrested. You know, now he can't even join the Air Force. Now he was on probation for like 3 years. He has a felony now, so he can't even live his dream like how he wants to. So, you know, you got undercover agents going into these high schools and getting these kids to go find weed so they can arrest them. I guess they doing bad over there. It sounds like a desperate move to me.
Where's this at?
Well, this was in Miami. From what I read, this was in Miami. He was an undercover cop. But this story happened in 2011. But the guy is just now coming out talking about it. He didn't even want to talk about it. He just now
was he a cop or an FBI agent?
She was an undercover cop.
Oh, okay. She was an undercover. Okay, because I did read something about the FBI agents was doing that.
Yeah, man. They still doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm go ahead and see you the article or whatever, so you could catch up with what's going on, man. But yeah, I'm like, what the hell is going on, man? The undercover going to these kids. What's going on?
Hey, can I say something real quick though? That on the undercover thing where she was, where the cop said that they were posing as underage, right? That's what you said.
Well, it said she was 25 and it said he was 18 or whatever. But I was just saying, if that was the other way around, it'd be a bigger case for everybody to know. Because around this time when this situation happened, it wouldn't even, you know.
Yeah, because I was just asked. So the basis was was it drugs, money, or catching underage pedophilia?
No, it was just they just wanted to arrest somebody. Basically, it was like marijuana,
like fishing for an arrest.
Basically, yeah, something like that at a school at a school that don't even like drugs at all, but they bribe these kids to get it so they can.
I don't think any school likes drugs, but
yeah. Well, no, I can't say any school. I'm just saying that school in particular. I don't know, but that's what happened.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, man?
This is basically entrapment, isn't it?
What'd you say?
This is basically entrapment.
Is it entrapment if they're looking to do the crime? If the person's actually wanting to do something that's illegal, or is it like I'm just trying to find the balance?
He didn't even want to do it. He didn't even want to do it at all. He was like, I don't do weed or marijuana. I don't sell marijuana. He telling her this.
Right.
Did other people vouch for him?
Yeah, there was people there, and then
because I wasn't there. That's why.
Yeah, I wasn't there either. I'm just reading the article.
Yeah.
But, you know, I guess she pressured him. She pressured him to get the marijuana or whatever. Because I guess she said she wanted some. She wanted to smoke some. I don't know. But in this case, you know, she got him arrested when he did get it. Like later on, you know, it wasn't at the same time. At the same moment that he gave her the marijuana, it was like later on they kicked in his door and arrested him.
Yeah, they said in this article said it looked like it was more so entrapment.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, yeah.
Because she targeted him.
She targeted him, man. She didn't even target nobody else. She targeted him, and supposedly they was in a relationship from what I'm reading for what the guy is saying. They was in a relationship.
How did this young guy look like? Because you just said he was only 18, right? The guy.
Yeah, he was 18. Yeah.
So he's still a kid. Like even though he's barely legally an adult, he's still a kid.
Yeah.
You know.
And she was 20, and she's 25. So she knew the things that she could do to
manipulate him.
Yeah.
Because at 18 years old, you don't really know shit unless you're in the game. You know, unless you're doing stuff that.
Right. You don't really know too much. But then you got a guy that don't even like it at all. Don't even want to touch marijuana.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's crazy. It sounds like they that desperate.
Now can you describe the guy? Like, you know, was he tall guy? Was he like light skinned? Was he black? Was he white? You know,
they don't give that in the article.
Yeah, no? I didn't read that in the article. Yeah, I didn't read that. But they did mention the cop though. She was Dominican girl from Queens.
Oh yeah, those loud ones. Really loud.
It said he was a Puerto Rican. He was a Puerto Rican boy from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, they did mention. Okay, there we go. Yeah, they mentioned it. So I was like, damn.
So that's probably why he felt comfortable around her, because you know they're like maybe same background or similar heritage or culture, you know.
Yeah.
And so, and then on top of that, I don't know if she's attractive. Is she an attractive looking woman?
It says from the article that she was attractive with long black hair and all that stuff. So I guess to him she was.
Because you know, like sometimes law enforcement, they'll use like a pretty woman as a facade and like lure the men in, you know. And then
that's what happened.
Yeah. But the operation, the things that she did, looked more so like an entrapment than it was to try to bust a marijuana ring. The technique that she used looks more so that she entrapped him than it was for them to bust a ring that they already know, so they just wanted to, you know, catch him. But that's not her technique. Wasn't that people will say that, especially the people just the American life was saying her techniques and the way she done it looked more so that she was in an entrapment on this kid and took advantage of this kid.
Yeah, that's scandalous. That's scandalous, man. And that
bitch better be fine.
Of course they ain't going. Of course, you know they're going to have to send someone that look something. They ain't going to send no.
Because think about it too. Like, what all of us were 18 at one point, and what did we want to do when we were 18?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But that was kind of messed up, though, man. You know,
that's why they use that tactic. If what I'm saying is right, you know what I'm saying?
He got arrested right after the prom. He took her to the prom and everything.
He took her to the prom.
Damn, he didn't get no cutty, no cheeks.
Man, he probably did. I don't know.
No, he got what they did was they put the contraband out there to tempt him. They probably took it out of the evidence room to bait him. This is my opinion, right? This is my opinion. But I'm thinking sometimes they use evidence drugs and evidence money.
Yeah. To
lure in sometimes certain people.
And they probably, you're right. But they sent an officer, an undercover police officer, though. You would think that they probably would send like somebody like a decoy or something, or confidential informant, or somebody that's like.
Have you seen 21 Jump Street?
Yeah, I've seen it.
You know, they use plainclothes officers or young-looking people, you know, and then they lure them and they get them like that. And but that's if the person is actually reciprocating and actually doing the thing. But if this dude was not doing nothing, then I gotta agree with Vaughn. It does look like entrapment, and it does look like what is that called?
Manipulation.
Conspiracy to entrap and conspiracy to target like an innocent bystander. And in this case, if you go by the timeline, it sounds like the kid wasn't even 18 after that. They're probably messing with this kid probably when he was 17. Yeah. At which point you need a lawyer, you need guardians there.
Yeah,
that's true.
Go ahead.
The thing is, it's the way technology is. What are they doing? Still using undercover? They can look
because some methods are still good.
Yo,
Because think about it, sir. When you are doing certain illegal activities, right?
Uh-huh.
You are not gonna want to have a device or electronic that can record, that can be tracked. Like that's why they even break burner phones and they break them and they smash them, they throw them away, right? But a
Yeah.
lot of times conversations are better to be had person in person than it is to have it via possible connected device that's probably recorded and tapped.
Well, look, I'm saying they got this documentary on Netflix called Internet Crimes.
Uh-huh.
But the technology that they have, this was a few years ago, but the technology that they have, they can listen to you do television. Your burner phone, that's just something that they just throw you off. But this,
Bro, I'm telling you,
yeah,
Vaughn, they had devices in the 90s and even in the late 80s to track shit and find people.
exactly. So that's what I'm
Grandma,
saying.
what's up with it, man?
What did they need? What did they
What's
need
up, Daryl?
undercover cops for when they got so much technology they can listen to you through devices? They can listen to you. Matter of fact, this guy,
Shit, even right now, right? Even this shit right now, we're on right now.
right? Exactly, exactly. What did I need to put in an undercover cop for? I don't need to, because just like right now, or any device, they can listen to you.
Yo, it's an app to where I can pull up right now, right? To where it's like I can listen to somebody's conversation like right next door to me.
Yeah,
Right next door.
right,
What the hell? I just all I need to do is just put it on the wall, let my phone sit on the wall, and just put on my
Right.
headphones, just listen to that whole shit.
right. They
That's
got
crazy.
the satellite.
Disgusting.
The satellite can listen to your conversation in your home. In your home.
They don't even hold on. They don't even need. So why did you right? So why the hell they need them to go undercover like that?
Right, undercover.
Because it's what I said earlier, though. It's things that human to human interaction is something that can be used in a tactic, and it's smart to use when it comes to certain cases and catching certain people, right?
Yeah.
You catch them with the guard down, sometimes they can confess to something, you know what I'm saying? And especially if they don't want to talk about it over the phone, that's why they have people with wire on them, when you have like a person walking in, they're wearing a wire underneath. So that's why that method is still somewhat valid to this day still. Because, it takes a person you trust to, what does it do? Lower your wall down, and it kind of leaves you at a very vulnerable state, So I think, especially if it's like a young dude, 17, 18 years old, who knows if he was a ladies' man? Who knows if that was a woman was attractive, and then she blinked her eyes, he said sweet nothings to him,
But that's kind of messed up, though, if you think
was-
about it.
It was a company in Germany years ago. Matter of fact, when Trump was in office, because he sent people over to Germany to try to. They raided it, but they didn't catch the people. If you notice, in these past few years, you've been seeing a lot of cop stuff coming out on the internet. What cops doing? Do you know why? It was a company in Germany hacking into the police stations, hacking into them. Yeah,
What?
that's why it was. Yeah, it was called. If you Google it, called company in Germany hacking into police stations, and they raided one of the what they call it, servers. They found the server. The Trump administration teamed up with the German and German people, and they found one of them, but they ain't catch the people. Yeah, they was hacking into police stations, hacking into their cameras and stuff like that, and showing things that they was doing. Matter of fact, I think it was the one. What was that one of the police? And people was wondering why all this information was coming out, and it was because of that. It was called, I think it was called Blue something. Yeah, they was. That's how technology is. Matter of fact, the guy from the mayor in Detroit,
what's up, Wally,
just got out on a pardon, Kirkpatrick, and he said years ago, he said it's a what they call it, a server in Mississippi that records and stores everybody's data. So if you think that you deleting stuff, don't even worry about it, because it's already stored in that.
They can get it back.
They can get it back.
They don't even need your phone then. They don't even need
but why do you think when law enforcement, right, when they want to seize your phone, or the judge requests to order your to have all your shit seized and relinquished to the law enforcement, It's because they have professionals that like tech people that can literally get into your thing, even if you delete it, even if you think you permanently deleted it, they can retrieve it.
Yeah, and people say, "Well, I could take my battery out." Nah, bruh.
Wow.
And I just want to remind people too. I want to remind people that like your devices, even your smart TVs now, even the laptops, even your computers, your desktops, even these cell phones, they have sometimes 2 recording devices. It's a spy tech. Because even Eric Snowden, or I don't even know I can say his name on these platforms because I think his name is like you can't really say his name that much on here. But that dude,
don't say his name, yeah.
yeah, but that dude that worked for the CIA, Uncle Sam, he exposed that and he showed it to like people. He said, hey, like they're still watching you, especially after the post 9/11, that Patriot Act that was and so the Privacy Act is you know it's basically no privacy.
Don't even think about you taking your battery out. That they can't hear nothing. No, it's a chip in your. It's a chip in your. Matter of fact, they tried to say that the Chinese, when they was making the boards over there, they was putting this chip in. And that chip, it's a chip that goes on the board. They was putting this spy chip in every device that was made in China. And you could take your battery out, anything, and they can still power it up.
Yep. Oh, my bad, Wally. I didn't check yesterday. Yeah, my bad. You call me a ninja.
You just triggered a listening device, Marcus.
Damn, they got me. Damn, they got me.
So look, so basically, like they don't even have to wear. Wait, so in this new era, do the police still have to wear wires, like wiretaps?
They probably. It depends on the mission. It depends on what the assignment is. If it's a case where it's like they have to do something where they got to infiltrate, maybe they got like an undercover that's using a double life as a fake gang member or some shit, right? And that fake gang member has to wear that wire. They listening to him, or you never know. You never know.
And think about it. Did y'all see this just happened this week when Trump got his house raided? Do you know they raided this other? It's called the African Society company, right, in St. Louis. You could Google that and it'll show you. But the guy, he said when the FBI came, they did a blowhorn and say, everybody come out, right? While they was coming downstairs, a drone was going upstairs.
Whoa. This happened in St. Louis? Right?
Yes. And then they tried to call the police, but the FBI jammed their phone. So they couldn't call nobody. And why?
I never heard that one.
Yeah, he spoke about it on Democracy Now! And it's on some of the news. While he was going downstairs, the drones was coming upstairs, going in each place, each room to make sure nobody was up in there. I was like, God. Yeah. It's called African Socialist Society. It's in St. Louis. Like they build their own community and things like that. Uplift the community. They got their own little farm. Things like that. They help the community and stuff like that. Yeah, the FBI raided them and their employees' homes and stuff like that. Yeah, it was around the same time that Trump got raided.
Wow, and this is recently.
Yep.
I need to go ahead and look this up, man. I got to.
It's called the African Socialist Society got raided in St. Louis, and the guy should come up.
Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and look for this. But damn, man.
Yeah. He talked about it. He talked about it on Democracy Now! How him and his wife was coming downstairs. He said when they was outside, they was blowing through the blowhorn, and then he said we tried to call the police because they didn't know what was going on, and they jammed their phone. And then he said while me and my wife was going downstairs, the drone was coming upstairs. They went past their head. I said,
damn.
Yeah.
That's scary. That's scary.
That's scary. Yeah. And he said that they was linked up. It was supposed to be the FBI believed they was linked up with this guy from Russia. That he was giving them money, something like that. But yeah, he
But all because they wanted some files from Trump's house, right? The raid.
No, that was Trump. I'm talking about the other one. Yeah, the Trump's
Oh.
but these people, they was, you know, it was called the African Social Society. But yeah,
they wanted something if they doing all that. They wanted
yeah,
something.
yeah, they wanted something. They think they was linked up with Russia somehow, something like that. But yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You said they think they was linked up with Russia?
Yeah, he said it was some guy that they said they were supposed to have been affiliated with, who was
Speaking of the motherland, Russia.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think of Brittany Griner getting locked up for 9 years?
I was just thinking about that.
Yo.
10 years. I think it's 10 years now.
Something like that.
I mean, but you still got cats in America is doing 10 years for 3.5s for small little marijuana. 3.5s.
Yeah.
They're doing about 8 to 10 years right now.
Yeah.
You know,
that's ridiculous.
Over there in Russia, they
don't play.
Yeah, they don't play. I mean, I can't be mad because you got to go
It's
by
it's their countries, yeah.
It's their country. So I mean, what can you do? We can't do nothing about it.
Especially if you're going through TSA, and you should know by now because the thing about Brittany Griner is that people forget when she wouldn't play there, she would vacation and go over there.
Yeah.
So she would go constantly over there to Russia. I don't know what she would bang chicks or whatever shit or book a party or something.
But she
be doing. She wilding out there.
She gonna come home in like 30 days. I think they're gonna just get.
You think so?
Yeah, they is. I seen a post like last week. They said she'd be out in 30 days.
Man, they need to keep her down there only because if we go to jail for a little small marijuana, everybody should get the same treatment there. If that's the case.
But that's an
ass over there.
No, I don't think. I think that's
why are you going over there anyway? No, I'm playing.
She was over there playing basketball.
But wait, hold on, Vaughn. But here's the thing: either it's because she's a woman or because she's a celebrity. Now we can't hold celebrities at a standard the same as us, general population people. You know what I'm saying?
It should be fair. It should be fair though.
But that's it. It should be fair in our country, not in. Not another.
No, they for to put her in the they for to put her in the jail with the men's. They're not for to do it with the women.
Don't do her like that.
No,
don't do her like that. Don't do her like that.
That's disrespectful.
But listen.
She's still a girl, even though she sounds like her voice is deeper than mine.
Right.
But
even though her chest is just like mine, she's still a girl.
Yo, she got itty bitty chest committee. Leave her alone.
Yeah.
Damn, man. 10 years. Do you think she'd have got less than that, or just
She would have never got 10 years over here. Not that. No, she had never got. 10.
No, she'd have never got 10 years over here. Probably like maybe a couple months, but.
The thing is that going through TSA, going through the airport, that's more of a serious offense because like DOHS, they handle that shit. Department of Homeland Security, like the drug laws and like terrorist laws and like stuff like that. You just gotta respect the rules, and it's like that's why I said back to the thing. Isn't it common sense to check your bag before you go on the flight? And like that's
what she didn't do. She did something that she was supposed to do that she didn't do.
She's probably still high.
They say it was for a oil pen. They
said they found multiple though. They said they found multiple.
You see that right there? See, that's why it wasn't just for one oil pen. It was for multiple ones. She had way more than just one. So that's why they took her.
I heard it was like at least half a dozen or some shit. I don't know.
See, we don't even know how much she had up in there.
Did you see what happened to Dallas Austin a couple years ago? DJ.
Dallas Austin.
Yeah, Dallas Austin producer.
Nuh-uh. What happened?
Years ago, it's been like a couple years. This is crazy. He went to Dubai. I think it was Dubai, and they caught him with prescription drugs, some type of prescription drugs, right? Yeah. And the government was real strict due to one of the royal kids was hooked, and they was real strict on it, and he had it, and they put him in jail over there, right? It was crazy, and he said his lawyer was calling and was saying, you know what? Don't say nothing against him. Even though you better not, because if you do, you'll have to stay longer. Yeah. So he was in jail. He was helping people, getting people out of jail, helping people over here, stuff while he was locked up in jail.
Oh,
know what got him out? It was he called all the Democrats Right? The Democrats are like, hell no. Let that man do what he got to do. I was like, oh, snap. So his lawyer called a Republican.
Uh-huh.
His last name is Hatch. I think it's something Hatch, right? Hatch, Hatch.
Uh-huh.
He called him. The reason why Hatch got him out because Hatch was like, oh, he a producer and writes songs? Hatch, the guy, Republican Hatch, wrote songs for the Mormons. Most of what the Mormons sing in church, this guy wrote it.
So he wrote the songs?
Yeah. So he felt the lightning to Dallas Austin. And he helped Dallas Austin get out of jail.
Wow.
Yeah, it's on.
Wow.
It's on, you could put that in Dallas Austin, talk about his arrest in overseas in the Middle East. And he said it was a Republican guy. He said all the Democrats, the blacks, and they were like, hell no. I said, that is disrespectful.
I'm going to have to look that up, man.
Yeah. Look that up. Dallas Austin being arrested overseas. Yeah, he was in there for like almost 6 months.
Damn.
Yeah.
6 months?
Yeah. Talked about when they don't have a toilet. You gotta like sit on the ground or something like that. It was crazy in there. Yeah.
But man, the thing about Britney, man, I don't know, man. Maybe it's something like I ain't never been to Russia, so maybe it's just something about Russia. She must have liked or something up over there. I don't know what it was, but whatever it was, he kept going back. Yeah, she was getting paid to play ball because that's why they were saying they don't get paid much. So that's why they got to go over there and they get paid more in other countries, right?
Some they go over there for extra money.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's why she went over there.
Yeah, that's why she was over there. She was getting paid to play.
I was thinking like, okay, maybe she bought a house or something up over there. Because and now out here in America, you got to pay taxes. You go in any other country, depending on where you go, you don't even have to pay taxes. Like once you buy it, that's it. That's yours.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So I thought that's what where she went. It said Dallas Austin. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Dang, man. So what y'all think about this fight that's coming up? You got Kamaru Usman against Leon Edwards, UFC. I don't know if y'all some UFC fans out there, but you got a fight coming
I watch that shit religiously, bro.
I don't know. I don't know who I'm picking on this one. I might have to go with Usman, man.
Well, Leon Edwards, he hasn't lost since he last fought Kamaru, and that was back in 2015. Yeah. So that was 7 years ago. So he hasn't lost since then, and I think he should have had a title shot like 2 years ago, but they never gave him that shit.
Yeah, they should have been gave him that
like 2 or 3 years ago. But the thing was because at that time when the pandemic was hitting, when the pandemic hit, it was they weren't allowing people, especially people from other countries, to come back to the U.S. So when the UFC did it in 2020 and 2021, they were flying the fighters to Abu Dhabi. To Abu Dhabi over there, and they were fighting over there. So they would all the fighters would get flown out. They'd all get compensated with their meal prepping, and then training. And they live in like a nice ass, UAB over there. Yeah. And so now like that's why Leon was struggling because like his country wouldn't let him leave either.
Yeah. I thought they had to shut down over there in the UK. They had to shut down when the COVID.
Yeah, they had to shut down real strictly over there. Yeah, it was like real strict over there. And
so what that?
What's up?
The UK at one point when the COVID hit, they had to shut down at one point. Like can nobody
lockdown, like real lockdown too over there too.
Life, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But Leon Edwards, that was the thing, and that was like people were like, we want to see him fight more. I think like one of his last fights was with Nate Diaz. And then maybe one other fight. Could be wrong after that, but that's why like they're like, yeah, we want to see him fight already. Like they should have been fought like over 2 years ago. But now it's happening now, But at that time, the reason why Kamaru was taking the Masvidal fight and the Covington fight was because they were a lot of money. So obviously, I can't blame Kamaru for taking the money fight. But like Colby Covington, if Kamaru wasn't the champion. The champion, it would be Colby Covington that would be the champion.
Man, I can't even lie. Colby Covington got hands, dog. He got hands.
Yeah, because that first fight, he only knocked him out at the end of like 40 seconds left in the fight, but a lot of people were saying that Kobe was winning that fight.
Kobe
Like,
was. I believe he was. It seemed like he was winning that fight.
the only reason why it looked like Kamaru was winning was because he was the one making him bleed. So when
Yeah.
like to the fans, you're gonna look at a bloody opponent like he's the one taking damage and he's the one getting fucked up. But that's
Yeah.
not entirely the case all the time. You could easily get wounded, scratched up, and you could easily bleed because like your skin isn't as tough, right?
He said, "Hell no,
And
Covington is trash to me."
that's because Wally's a chump. That's because Wally's a chump. He don't know shit about action. Because me and Wally talk. Because me and Wally we talk a lot UFC and shit behind it. Because I always told him that my favorite fighter is GSP George St Pierre.
Oh,
The
yeah.
other fighter is Anderson Silva in his prime, and then I liked watching Rampage Jackson fight back in the day just because he was funny as shit. Yeah, he was funny as shit, and he when he would knock people out, he would knock people out. And that's why I like him watch too. And then man, I like Francis Ngannou right now too. Francis Ngannou, the heavyweight champion, big motherfucker, scary as shit.
Oh yeah.
He has the most powerful punch power.
Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, the guy from Nigeria.
Oh yeah,
or Cameroon or something.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah,
he's a scary dude.
That's too much power, man. See, that's why I'm like, okay. See, right now, John Jones is going to get Stipe right now. I think that's around.
I like John Jones too, though.
October.
I like John Jones.
Yeah, man, I like Stipe too, man. I ain't gonna lie, but then John Jones gonna take this one. I know for sure. But then
definitely,
Francis,
I think so.
But Francis, I don't know, man. I don't know.
All I know is that John Jones. I know that a couple of the guys that train in certain gyms, right? Like word gets around, right?
Yeah.
So one of the dudes that I know, he said that that John Jones, when he would wrestle at his old gym, he would wrestle a lot of heavyweights, and he would fight with them. So he's accustomed to fighting big guys. However, practice is one thing. Fighting is a different when you're set up in the fight with a bad dude like Francis Ngannou, because Francis is like one of the top pound for pound MMA fighters in the world right now. So
yeah, he definitely.
So all it takes is one punch. All it takes is one hit from a heavyweight.
But the way how he swing his arms though, right? But then at first he was just swinging wild, like like Deontay Wilder, but then
you're talking about Francis?
Yeah, but then when he got in tune with Usman, when Usman started training him, man, he's completely different now. That's the scary part.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Francis is he also started training with other boxers. So he would train with other boxers too, like other boxing coaches, like world-known boxing coaches that help with striking a lot.
Well, Marcus, was you there to see that though?
Motherfucker.
Yo, no, but look, no.
That was a good one. That was a good.
But that's what Francis do, man. Francis feel like, okay, listen.
But there's video proof though. There's video proof of him training with the other boxers and other boxing coaches, because that's what got his striking better. Because, there's one thing to be a brawler. There's one thing to be a boxer and a fighter. Two different things.
Two different things.
It's like a brawler is like your guy that's good at fighting in the street, in the bars and the clubs. That's different. But when you're tactically a striker and stuff, and like George St Pierre is a perfect example. Anderson Silva, perfect examples. Even when Conor McGregor was in his prime, perfect example. Yeah. Like when they were positioned, that's what he said. It's like, what was the saying? Precision beats power, and timing beats speed every time.
Yeah, timing do beat speed. Wow. You get great timing, you're gonna win every time. You got great timing, man. And at the time, with Conor McGregor, at the time, that's what he had, man. He was a man at the time.
But then Habib.
Man, first it started with Nate Diaz first. He choked him out at first, Then he came back.
But that was a chokeout. That wasn't a knockout. Like,
it wasn't a knockout. It was a chokeout.
Honestly, if they would have let it go 4 or 5 rounds, Conor would have won it, because I think Conor was winning that fight too until the dude got him in the ground. Right.
But then
but that's the lesson you learned though.
Yeah, he learned. Yeah, that was a good fight though, man.
That's a lesson you learned.
That's a good fight. But when he got with Khabib, I kept telling everybody Khabib was gonna smash him, man. Even though I like Conor McGregor, I told everybody Khabib was gonna smash this dude. I mean, they did bet thousands of dollars on Conor McGregor. against Khabib. I was like,
I like how Drake came out with him on the weigh-in. Like it meant something.
Drake
Shit was funny.
a fool. Drake was a fool for that.
Drake.
I heard Drake lost about what? Like a couple of mil on the Conor fight.
I don't know, something like that. At least a lot of money.
Something like that. I don't know, man. But
I heard his album was good. Did y'all? I heard his album he got out.
A lot of people keep saying this.
He got another album?
Yeah. Yeah. And then
was this the one from last year?
It's supposedly one this year. I haven't heard it yet, to be honest. I haven't heard his new album yet.
He said he gave light-skinned kids a bad name. He said they was on something. Light-skinned kids was on top before he came up with this album.
What?
Then you got the Carter 6 coming out. I heard that Lil Wayne was coming up with the Carter 6 this year.
He can't come up with a new name for an album? Fuck.
I don't know, man. Like, he can't come up
Carter
with
1, the Carter 2, the Carter 3, the Carter 4.
4, 5.
I don't even think I even heard the Carter 4 or 5.
You said, wait, didn't DeB submit Conor? Yeah, he submitted Conor. He tapped his eyeballs out, basically.
Wow.
Yeah. He said, who said Khabib can beat Conor just standing up? Opinion. That's a good question. Can he beat Conor standing up? Yeah, I feel like
no.
he could.
I don't think so.
Man, you seen what happened with Khabib knock Conor McGregor down with one punch. With one punch, I think it was in the first. But
that's also like it goes back to what we said earlier, right? It's like all it takes sometimes is one punch to throw you off your edge a little. But then again, he also did the same thing we said earlier that Francis would do. He just cocked it back, swung it back, and just threw it over like a brawler. He wasn't really a boxer or a puncher like that. It landed. Yeah, when Khabib threw that hit, he kind of swung it back.
It's basically like a lucky punch, a lucky shot, like one of those overhand rights.
Yeah, like overhand right, but it was just it just had a good amount of power and a good amount of torque, and it knocked him down enough to where, because that's the thing about Conor is like the same thing with Jorge Masvidal. Because I'm not the biggest fan of Jorge Masvidal. I'm really not. I don't really care about him, but
why not?
I don't know. It's just like it just proves that listen, you can shit talk all you want. I get it, bro. But then again, if you can't back it up in the ring later, and then he lost to Kamaru twice and he lost to Kobe, and it just showed that he's not on that level of champion. You can be a good fighter in your mid-tier level, but you can't ever call yourself one of the greatest, and you can't call yourself a champion. If you're not a champion, how can you call yourself one of the greatest?
Well, who tell me this?
Wally, I believe you. Wally, I believe it. He said if there no wrestling, I believe Khabib would have fumbled the fight to be real with you. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Who the best? Because I never watched. I barely watch it. As a matter of fact, I don't think I ever watched it all the way through a fight. But who's the best fighters? Or America or the one people come overseas? Best in a fight.
I think it's a mixture, bro.
It's a mixture.
Really? To me, in my opinion, I think it's a mixture,
I would say, yeah. Well, so far, I don't know. I'm looking at John Jones, man. So far, I feel like he's the best ever that stepped in the UFC.
That's what a lot of people say.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
There's always there was a conversation where it used to be like GSP or Anderson Silva or Khabib, or even to go back to the old days like the Gracie brothers or some shit. Or
now, talking about when y'all say best, y'all talk about like a certain technique, or y'all take all the techniques?
Well, I thought your question was based on who are the current champions and who's been a long time champion.
Well,
that's what I wanted to know as far as who are the best as far as
in UFC rankings.
Yes, in history and now, because I heard one of y'all said. Y'all was talking about power punch, and then someone said as far as choking someone out. All these are in techniques when it comes to winning the UFC, right? Okay. Yeah. So, are y'all ranking people, or do y'all look at people on their punch, or when they take people out in other ways, as far as ranking them the best?
I personally look at it the person for me And a lot of people say the person that's the standard of what could control a fight and dominate a fight was George St Pierre. Because when George St Pierre was in his prime, every round, except for 1 or 2 fights that he lost, because he only lost like once or twice. But on that loss, he redeemed himself, and he beat the guy. But he beat those opponents he lost to.
Yeah, he did.
Emphatic fashion twice.
Yeah.
Each, and so my thing is when you fight your fighter, it's how you control the fight, how you dominate the fight. Well, it's striking, position, landing the hits, controlling the distance, all that stuff. Ground game, submission, tactician, all that stuff.
Wally said most would say Khabib the greatest of all, but that ain't no for me because of his injuries.
I agree with that.
I would have to say I can't say Khabib. Khabib is a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. Khabib is a good fighter. He's undefeated.
He's a great fighter.
The only reason why John Jones have that lost blemish is because of a disqualification. The crazy part about that is when he gave dude those elbows, he said, "Hey, you can't do that," and then they can let him continue to fight, right? And then after the round was over, then they disqualify him. Like, what is that shit? But I'm gonna have to say John Jones in the UFC. He defended the belt 14 times. Khabib only defended it 4 times. George St Pierre defended it 13 times, so he got one more time to defend the belt. But I gotta go with John Jones.
And I don't mind if someone says John Jones because I understand it. The only reason why I say GSP is for me is because he never had to cheat on a drug test.
Yeah. Hey, well, how you doing, Wally?
I knew why he came up here. Oh, this is for the lover.
Here we go.
Here we go.
You already know. What's going on, brothers? What's going on?
Yeah. What's up, Wally?
Chilling, man. He's talking about the
janky ass wife. No, I'm just playing, bro. Hey,
Yeah, man. Yeah, we just talking about the fights for right now, man. Who do you think is the GOAT, though, man? Wally, who do you think is the GOAT to you?
I mean, to me, like I said in the chat, I think GSP hands down is really the GOAT. Like Marcus said before, he's the only, like, literally, like, you look at all his fights, he's like the best, technical fighter in the game. Plus, he redeemed both his 2 losses that he got served. I mean, most people, like, look, other than Khabib, in most cases, then not, people probably even then say John Jones best. But I'm gonna be honest with you, thanks to all those drug things that he did, plus that every other trouble that he got. Sorry, it's just too much. Like, you already ruined your own reputation personally. So I can even put John Jones on that.
I feel like they all using the same thing. I feel like they all using it. I feel like they all.
Nah,
John Jones. I feel like John Jones was the one that just got caught
up. They're picking favoritism. Then that's like saying you picking favoritism. If they all use
I'm not. I'm saying they all use the same thing. I just feel like John Jones is the one that got caught up. He's just the one that got caught up, not nobody else, but only he did. And then you got Chael Sonnen. He got caught up using the same thing. Chael Sonnen got caught up. You got a couple of people that did. They just don't know how to hide it. They can't hide it as well as they thought they should. So, yeah, these people, they just got caught up. I feel like they all using it. Just like Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz said they all on steroids. So is he lying?
Wow.
Is he lying? He's in the backstage. So I know he ain't lying.
But see, that's my thing. Even if it's all steroids, then Hakeem can't catch all the steroids. Especially if they know what all the steroids and all the performance enhancements are, and which ones are the legal, which ones not. Like, let's be real. If you're trying to tell me you can't catch that, then it's like, okay, then what? Then it's like, man, like the whole thing is just rigged. Then
I wouldn't say the whole thing is rigged. I just feel like that they all just using steroids just to win. Just to get their win, because when you know how it feels to be on steroids, it's like
yeah. But my thing is, if they don't allow it, then it automatically, in a sense, is rigged. In one case, they're not.
Right. I mean, they got the USADA. I guess they come along and test people, but they don't really. Sometimes these fighters get away with it.
Yeah,
they get away with it somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, then they can put things in their body that messes the test up, so the test detected. So it's a lot of ways.
There's a lot of ways you could do it. Yep. There's a lot of ways you could do it. But I feel like, let's just say everybody's on steroids. You know, okay, let's compare George St Pierre to John Jones. John Jones damn near fought everybody twice. George Pierre fought a guy. He won a fight. Well, he lost a fight and he came back and won. John Jones fought these people twice and still won. He still won twice. You know, he still undefeated.
Won, but let's be real. Most of those fights that he fought easily could have been turned over. Well, for at least for a few, not all. But
well, you know, you got people, you got different people like with different. Everybody say he lost, another one said that he won. You got people that says all over the place. I think what was that fight? The dude from Brazil, what's his name? That John Jones fought. He was from Brazil. Bad at with the sledgehammer.
Thiago Santos. Yeah, Thiago Santos. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that he lost the fight, and then you got a lot of people said that he won the fight. See, that right there, I don't know. You know, I'm still trying to.
I don't think so.
Lost that one, or he won that? I still can't figure it out.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You got Dominic Reyes, and people were saying that he lost that one. You know.
Now see, that's my whole point. The Dominic Reyes was it was a close fight. It was really like a close fight. But the problem is when you look at the second one, that it didn't look close no more.
Yeah. Right.
That's the funny part about that one.
Right. So I'm gonna have to say John Jones. And I don't know what it's gonna be like when he come back in the heavyweights, man. He's going to get Stipe. Then after that, he's gonna have to fight Francis. Right. I don't know how that's gonna turn out.
Right. So let's see what else. Because so
Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, no problem. Because here's my thing, right? Because I'll even say this for an add-on, like to compare. So, like the biggest trouble fight that he had, like at the highest of his height, was Alexander Gustafsson, right? The only issue is the second fight. He cleaned that up, and he took them out. That was a major problem. But my thing is, one thing about Alexander Gustafsson, he will have a good hot streak, but then it's like the moment it's time to really get going,
right,
bro, you out of there, like you ain't even with the shit. So it's like I don't know how the heck.
Alexander
that was the
good
thing,
at that point.
Yeah, because that was the thing that was so crazy for me. I'm like, bro, like for me, that fight, like I literally awarded him the fight. Like I say, he got the edge, but they awarded it to John Jones. I was like, that's some funny shit. But it's like even then, but when you saw that second fight, I was like, oh man, he ate him out. I was like, all right.
Hey, you know what John Jones said? John Jones says that he gets hammered before the fights. Before every fight, he said he gets hammered. That means he's partying, he's drinking, doing all kind of stuff before the fight. So basically, he's in the ring hammered while he's fighting. He says he does that because just in case if he does lose, he will have an excuse of him being hammered that night. Get it? This is what he said.
Right.
This is what he said.
Because my thing is, because even if then, like I said, it's like a little bit here and there. But I mean, even in this one, like what? Let me see something real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I feel like
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This man got so GSP, right? Like towards his last remaining end of his career, he literally defended the title 13 times before he was.
See, this is the thing about. Here's the thing about GSP.
Well, technically, okay, wait. Let me clarify. Sorry, it's actually 12. Is the 13 was actually when he picked it up from Michael Bisping. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That was his last fight, right?
Yeah, that was his last fight.
Yep. What'd you say, Mark?
Here's the thing. Oh man, this chucks me out of my fucking throat. The reason why I hold GSP in high regard was just the style of fighter he was. No shade to John, but he didn't fail any drug tests. Yes, he lost once or twice, but he came back and whooped that ass without a doubt. Whooped their ass. One of the losses was like out of nowhere loss that we didn't expect it to happen against Matt Serra, but he dominated him twice, and then he dominated Matt Hughes twice.
A lot of people didn't expect that against Matt Serra. Like
They didn't see that shit coming. I didn't see that shit coming. And I was a little kid watching that shit.
When I looked at that fight, my thing was he ever gonna catch him? Like that was the thing for me. Like, was he gonna catch GSP? Because GSP fast on that feet. He got some good footwork. So that was my thing. Like, was he gonna catch him?
Yeah, some of the greatest.
Yeah. So that was my thing.
No, you know, you could come on up. This ain't just a fellas night. You know, you can come on up if you like. The link is in the comment section. But yeah, no, I'm listening, guys. I'm listening.
Right. And another,
but I also understand if you're going to use John Jones. The only thing with John Jones was the whole thing of stretching his arm out and his fingers out for like an eye poke. That's what bothered people too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Eddie.
Hey, yo, this is a fight. This is a fight, man. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen in fights, man. You see what happened.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. At that point,
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead. I'm done now.
I'm gonna say the small thing because the nail thing at this point is like, if we're always gonna hear the eye poke, I have to ask myself, are these dudes' nails trimmed down to the point that they really can't poke somebody? Like,
I'm gonna answer for you, Wally. Hell no. When it came to John Jones, he never.
See, that's my point. That's my point. Because at this point, they're gonna have to start making that a requirement. Like, before the fight, your nails gonna have to be trimmed down.
I'm glad you said that. They changed the rules, but only after this motherfucker did so much damage.
Right.
This is crazy.
But look. Well, look, I did promise myself I was only gonna do this for 1 hour, man. You know, I was only gonna do this for 1 hour, man.
Well, then shut it down, then, cuz.
Well, then hold up. At least let me add this one more thing. One more thing, though. The only difference I would say that gives GSP a little bit more of a knock. He's a 2-division champion. John Jones ain't a 2-division champion. I'll say that.
Oh, okay. So we going there.
The only sad part is if he does become the heavyweight champion and he defends it, now I probably would have to say that he gets the nod a little bit.
Well, look at these fighters that John Jones like.
But then again, you got to remember, as long as John Jones doesn't cheat on a drug test either.
right, exactly.
Hey, listen. Everybody, I feel like they all using it. You know, listen, y'all don't want to talk about the Vaseline.
Here we go. Here we go. Now you're gonna talk about Nick Diaz.
Blame it or not?
Was that what Nick Diaz said?
But here's my thing. If you know all the drugs, but my thing is this: you're trying to tell me you don't know all the drugs to test every single drug to cover it? Like,
did Nick Diaz pay you, Eddie?
They all on drugs.
Did Nick Diaz pay you? Because that's Nick Diaz talking points right there.
No, they're on some enforcement enhancement, but some of them are natural and some of them are some druggies.
The thing is, when you go to a supplement store, not everything is a steroid. A lot of people get it twisted in their mind when you go to a supplement store. They're not steroids. There's literally actual supplements called steroids itself, and then there's other supplements. Performance enhancing drugs are different too.
Yeah, that's true. But was you there when they put
motherfucker? You son of a bitch.
Look, was any of us there? No. But my thing is, if these drugs were really out here, UFC should be testing these motherfuckers left and right to catch them every single time. That's my whole point. You can't be making freaking multi-millions or billions, and you can't catch these issues left and right. Come on, this bullshit.
And then, like, Dana White brags about the Nevada Athletic State, the USADA shit, right? He keeps bragging about it, but your fighters keep getting caught on it.
Do you think Dana White?
As far as I know, I never hear nothing from PFL, nothing from Bellator, nothing from One Fighters. I mean, I don't hear nothing from anybody else.
So what happened with Conor McGregor after the fight? Didn't he get caught with some enhancements after the him and Khabib, little bro?
No.
So they never mentioned anything that he was using.
You talking about cocaine? Cocaine doesn't count.
Now I don't know if it was cocaine or not, but I don't know. They said it was something.
He was using the white powder. Oh Lord,
he was using something. I don't know. You know, some enhancement. I don't know. That's what they was talking about. I don't know if it's true or not.
Man, you're being facetious.
You know, nah. This is what the new UFC news was talking about. This is they
I haven't heard nothing about that. I would have been heard that if that was out there. So I haven't heard nothing.
They did. So they all on steroids.
Big was you there? Mom was like, "Big was you there?"
But what you dare do? Fresh. Fresh. So you got Usman, man. Because look, Usman did the same thing though. Usman fought everybody twice. This is the second time fighting Edwards. The second time.
Man, Usman's good. I'm sorry. Usman's dropping that dude. I'm sorry. At this point, I'm so serious. Usman's gonna drop this dude.
I don't know, man.
Like, let's be real. Usman's been Usman, when they first fought, look who was able to win the wrestling. Usman out wrestled this man every time. This man gonna lose.
Well, that was last time. He did though. He did.
But now Usman has gotten so used to striking now that he's going to do the striking again.
And Edwards, he's been fighting great fighters afterwards. He hasn't even lost a fight. He hasn't even lost. Now the Nate Diaz part, I will have to say, to me, he kind of got lucky if he went for the bill, like at the end. He did get caught.
But Leon was dominating the whole fight, though. But Leon was dominating the fight.
He was dominating the whole fight, though. He was dominating the whole fight.
Oh, yeah, he was dominating the whole fight.
That's kind of like when Tyron Woodley kind of punched Jake Paul, but Jake Paul dominated the rest of the fight.
Oh, I didn't even get to see that fight
because it was trash.
Yeah, it was trash. I didn't get to see that.
That's just embarrassing.
Yeah, man.
And Tyron Woodley got knocked out by Jake Paul. That was embarrassing.
Exactly, extremely embarrassing.
I thought it was a fluke, man. I'm still thinking that it was like a fake. Everything was just playing.
I always say Tyron Woodley always got a one-punch strike. That's it.
I don't know, man. Like, unless Jake Paul really got them hands like that, though. Unless he really do this, I don't think he really do it like this.
He do it enough to look good.
But knocking Willie out like that. Now, Willie, he's been hit by harder punches, though. Harder, like folks in the UFC.
But here's the thing, too, though. Like
but that's
Jake
all
Paul
hands, though.
Jake Paul was weighing in at like 195 or some shit, and Tyron Woodley would always fight at 170. And then now and remember this: after you weigh in at like 185, 190 or something, whatever, right? Yeah. Then you got to think about the weight you put on after you're finished weighing in. Oh. Because once you weigh in, you eat, and you can put on 10, 15 pounds of food and nothing. Because you're cutting weight, especially water weight.
Damn.
So the moment that a lot of these fighters eat, after they're finished weighing in, not the day of the fight, the day before, they eat like a motherfucker because they made weight.
Oh,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and call this a day, brothers. You know, man, I want to say thank y'all for joining us, man. Joining me, man. You know what I'm saying? DJ Prince, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Vaughn, you know what I'm saying? Wally, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for coming up here joining me, man. Like, for real.
Respect.
No problem.
For real, man.
Problem.
You know?
No problem.
We got to do this again, man.
Oh, by the way, real quick, can I do a little quick shameless plug?
Yeah.
I'm about to go live right now in about 25, 30 minutes on Jay Takashi's channel. So he's sending me the link.
I'm gonna go and hop in with you over there.
All right, then. I appreciate it, bro.
What's the link? Oh, yes. Jay Takashi. Okay.
Wait, we're going live or back door?
We're going live, motherfucker.
We're going live.
See, I always said some shit. See, I find it funny how see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? I find it funny how he could have never sent me no.
Listen, you ain't special, right? You ain't shit.
Hey,
yo.
Hey, Wally, did you? Hey, Wally,
Hey,
Wally, did you hear? Did you research that May situation with Figo? Yeah,
what about? Oh, you talking about his contract?
Yeah, the contract and everything, and then the contract he did with Death Row. Excuse me now.
He did a contract with Death Row.
You said the DR word.
You have to email me those articles now. You got to email me those articles. I hope you remember my email.
Okay, I think you did send me. I'm gonna look at it and see, and I'll send it to you.
Right. So you said name.
Damn. Okay, so listen, y'all. We're gonna go. Hey, Marcus, did you send me the link?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Jay to send it to me, and then I'll send it to y'all.
Okay, cool. Vaughn, Eric, you trying to slide over there too? Y'all trying to slide or?
Yeah, Vaughn, slide over there. And Vaughn, as a matter of fact, put your email in the back chat, please.
Okay.
You put in the back chat. All right, y'all. You know, well, all right. Thanks for the people in the chat, man. Thank you for joining us. You know what I'm saying? We for the go ahead, and we're gonna call it a day. Thank you for joining the DJ Afternoon Show. And you know, yeah, we out of here. We out of here. We go.
Peace. Disgusting.